This video is brought to you by the Ridge wallet. Guys, this wallet is incredible. It's light, it's sleek, it's industrial. And by the way, it doesn't fold and then awkwardly bulge out of your back pocket. It goes into your front pocket and it will seriously change your whole pocket game. If you've moved on from the flip phone, don't you think it's time to let that 90s style wallet that your dad still uses behind? Ridge wallets hold to 12 cards, plus all the cash you need. Choose from over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. It is the best wallet you can buy, and you don't just have to take my word for it, because there's over 30,000 5-star reviews. I'll admit I was skeptical at first, but once I tried it, I will never go back. And you know what? There's no pressure. Test it out for 45 days. If you don't love it, get a full refund. If you decide to keep it, there's a lifetime warranty. Click the link in the description to get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns. Go to ridge.com/Chael. That's ridge.com/Chael. Use the promo code Chael for 10% off today. Jon Jones came out in a tweet and he said, "It's funny to me how all of you people could take something you know nothing about, make it the worst thing imaginable, and have it become a reality. I did not hit my fiance. My daughter woke up after our confrontation. I'm not going to hire a publicist. I'm not going to go on a PR campaign. This didn't happen." Okay. Well, I don't want to be one of those people. And if I'm influencing, that's a terrible person. Make something up about somebody that was terrible and then come out and act like it happened. I don't want to be that person. And I don't want to influence you guys in that way. But I think we should band together that we don't do that. Let's look at what we know, okay? We only know what we have been told. We were told by Jon Jones himself one day after this that a deity known as the devil made him do it, but he is going to make what the most worst thing in his life was. He's going to turn it into the greatest positive. He's not going to drink again. He has brain trauma. The conjunction and combination of brain trauma and alcohol makes him do things he wished he didn't. These are his words, not mine. So when he put that out in writing for the world to see, of which still exists on his Instagram page, what was it that he was referring to? Because he is now saying nothing happened. We have a security guard who is a disinterested third party that does not know Jon and does not know the baby mama or the child, who says the woman is bleeding at the lip, and as he looks closer, has blood on her clothing, her shirt and her scarf. So we have an admittedly, I don't want to put words here. I don't like it when somebody does that. I want to rework this with the evidence we have. We have a admittedly drunk Jon Jones who admitted his own words. I had a confrontation, his words, not mine, with the baby mama. We have a security guard who is sober, doing their job, is trained in this in some fashion, who believes that she was struck. He then sees the amount of blood, follows him up to the room, and also sees blood on the bedding. That does not mean she was struck. I agree. We do not have evidence of this, but these are the claims. The sweet, underage daughter who woke up only after the confrontation is in tears on the floor of a casino asking a stranger with a badge to please call the police on her father. The father, a drunken Jon Jones, something happened within that room at 5 a.m. that he blew out of there. He went back to the room, presumably to go to sleep. He did not. He blew out of there. What happened that he had to hit the road? What? We know what the security guard suspects happened. We know what even a blind juror would convict happened. We don't have tremendous clarity from the fiance or the daughter. The fiance said her lips were dry. It's the desert. My lips got dry and started bleeding all over my shirt, scarf, and the bed. Okay. I can't say different. But a confrontation also happened. That was the work of a deity known as the devil. These are Jon's words, not mine. Not surveillance tape, not opinion. Jon's words. The worst thing that had ever happened is going to cause a life-changing event where an alcoholic is going to walk away from alcohol. His words. His words were also that nothing happened. So what is it that deity known as the devil did, according to an Instagram page put out by him, that still exists today? I'm asking a question. I'm not answering it. He is then placed in handcuffs by a 4-man Las Vegas police team who is sober, disinterested third parties, at which point he commits a felony against government property. He challenges the police officers to take him out of the cuffs and engage in a fight with him while drunk, while on video. It has not come out yet. It will. We will get to see this whole thing on police cam video. And he's telling the viewer that we are making things up, that we're imagining the worst things possible, that his daughter saw absolutely nothing in a confrontation that did not happen, even though he said that it did happen, at a time when he was so drunk he's having a hard time remembering it because of brain trauma, to the fact that he's going to stop alcohol use. And how dare you make something up? His coach, who, as the coach said to Errol Hawani, looks at Jon Jones as a brother, has told him he's no longer allowed in the gym. This is the same coach who, when Jon hid under the ring to hide from USADA, something Jon Jones admits happened, like to correct the record, Jon, that it was not because of steroids, it was because of marijuana use, but yes, in fact, he did hide under the ring. A story that was told by yours truly. The coach publicly came out knowing it happened and lied on Jon's behalf, saying, Chael, me, made it up. So we know we have a complicit coach, and much like you, who would lie for your brother, he viewed Jon as a brother and he lied. And even said coach has now come out and told Jon he may not return to the gym. Now that would only happen for one of two reasons. Reason one, you believe this is what can fix a guy who you care about. I got to get some cold water. I got to splash it in his face. I got to get some sense in him. This will help. Or reason two, it's bad for business. And before you think we're all going to have to guess, because of course everybody's going to say it's reason one, but we don't have to guess once said coach comes out on a PR tour and tells the world, I told him he can't come back. You would only need the world to know of a private conversation that distances yourself with a perceived cancer if it was bad for you and business. And that's what happened. So now we have our answer. And I couldn't figure out when Malky cut Jon and thought the world needed to know. I've never seen it. The changing of managers is very common in MMA. I've never seen where a manager came out to let you know, my absolute most high-profile client who I have used to get other clients is no longer. And I need you all to know that. It's very interesting. And you still have a coach who would like to see him back, who would like to, even if it was he needed to do this because it's best for business. Now that can only mean a couple of things as well. One, fighters don't make money, but MMA gyms can stay alive because of kids programs, and all of a sudden parents are saying, look, I'm not bringing my kid into the same thing if you have this guy here. Or two, you just don't think he's ever going to fight again. Simple as that. You just see it as a waste of time because you don't think that he's ever going to compete again. Either way, I don't want to fall into a category of person who knows nothing and makes up, as though it was true, the worst possible scenario. I have an admittedly drunk person, admittedly, who has said very little other than it was the worst thing that had ever happened to them. They're going to change the way that they live. And he had a confrontation. I have an opinion of a disinterested third party known as a security guard. And I have a heartbreaking story of an innocent young child. I don't want to make things up. But of those three, which do you think I'm going to believe?